Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Nkem Okwogo. We begin today's episode with an interview with Mrs. Olaleye Francisca, the NYSC Kwara State Coordinator, as she speaks on the impact of the scheme in the state and the laudable interventions of core members in the state. We will be right back.
The core members in Kwara State have been very, very innovative, and they have been very dexterous in all their activities in the state. Kwara State is a peaceful state, and that is why it is called the state of harmony. They are very receptive, they are very friendly, and they are very accommodating.
The scheme enjoys great support from the state government and the members of the community.
The government has been they've been very good to the NYSC. They ensure that they support us in any way that, for example, it may interest you to know that the government of Kwara State used my core members in Kwara State in the distribution of palliatives to all the communities to ensure that these palliatives get to the people at the grassroots level. That's number one. And then secondly, the governor would always ensure that the camp is fumigated before the core members come into camp, and they also give us support in the area of medical facilities like drugs and all of that. And then thirdly, they also support us in the area of feeding, and then they also give us subvention as at when due. So they've been very, very helpful and very accommodating, not only to the and you see, most of these, many of them, when we put them to places like Barutin, Kayama, very far places, we discover that many of them stay back at the end of the orientation course because the people in the community will embrace them as their children. They give them the best of accommodation, they give them food. So at the end of the orientation, you see them telling me they are not even going to leave Kwara. And then with this SAED, they also set up their businesses in those areas. To encourage the people at the grassroots level to also learn some skills. They tap from their wealth of experience and then give it out to the people in the community. So it's been very interesting.
Core members through the NYSC Community Development Service Program have impacted positively in their host communities.
We always encourage core members to acclimatize with the people of their host communities, to discover their felt needs and ensure that those needs are met. Because Kwara is a very rocky place, so most times when you dig borehole, it helps the members of the community. And then some of them have also embarked in projects like renovation of classrooms, not only in Afon, which is our own school, but there are other schools within the community that you see the core members through CDS renovating classrooms and giving the students a very befitting environment to learn. Then apart from that, we also have some core members who have also donated to charity homes, the less privileged, the aged ones. We also give donations to them. And then apart from that, through CDS, we have seen them coming out on their own to clean up some areas within the state as part of their own community development, just to ensure that the place, the environment is neat, and then the core members working. And we are so happy that CDS is really thriving. And that is why in Kwara State, the last President's Award, we had 5 core members that got the prestigious President's Award in Kwara State. It is very interesting. So we have always been tapping into the community development service to let them know that NYSC is actually a blessing to the host community and the state in general.
Core members in the state, through the support of the scheme amplified government's effort in curbing the spread of the virus. They produced semi-automated hand washing machines, face masks, liquid soaps, and hand sanitizers.
Some of my core members also were one of the pace setters, in the sense that my core members, did what we call public enlightenment campaigns in all the local governments, ensuring that they sensitize the people about the pandemic and also how to make sure that the preventive measures, because it is very important. Initially, they thought it was a myth, but by the time they started seeing casualty figures in the state, the core members the community members embraced the NYSC core members, because in all the local governments, we sensitized them about the COVID-19 pandemic. And interestingly, my core members also produced this hand washing machine, foot lever. We call it foot lever machine. You don't need to put your hands, you just use your legs to press the foot lever, and then water will start coming out from one end, and then water will come out, the antiseptic liquid soap will come out at the other end for people to wash their hands. We have one at the orientation camp, and then we also have one, this is solar powered, but it is a motorized solar powered one at the popular Maraba park, for commuters to use when they are traveling in and out of Ilorin.
The SAED program is prioritized to ensure that the scheme produces self-reliant core members who would become job creators and economic drivers of the society.
During the orientation, the NYSC believes so much in ensuring that the core members are well trained and well groomed, apart from the intellectual aspect that they learn in schools, in their universities and tertiary institutions. We also ensure that they learn some skills under skill acquisition and entrepreneurship development while on camp. We teach them all sorts of skills like fashion designing, shoemaking, paint making, agro-allied, just to mention a few. And we call it in-camp training. And then during this SAED training, we also do what we call inter-platoon competition, where we bring out the best among them. And we have also domiciled within our secretariat, we have a SAED center. So we bring out the best among the core members to now become the trainers. That is, they are the ones that will now man the SAED center and they teach their colleagues. And it's been very interesting because you see core members within the space of how many days they will start making dresses, go into photography, and when you see them showcasing their activities, we actually thank God for such an opportunity. Kudos to the National Youth Service Corps.
The NYSC Nursery and Primary School in Afo, Asa, local government area, is a shining example of the excellence of the scheme.
I remember when I came into Kwara State, we have a school in Afon. It's one of the local communities in Kwara State. And when I paid a courtesy visit to the school, I discovered that the school was in a very bad state. And I asked questions and I was told that initially it was under the supervision of the community members of the community, and the NYSC took it over because they weren't doing very well. So when I got into Kwara State, I overhauled the school in the area of ensuring that they have very good toilet facilities, because when it was under the community, we didn't have toilets. The children had to go to the bushes to ease themselves and all of that in these modern times. So I set up a committee and rolled out my intention of renovating the school. And to the glory of God, today we have put in place toilet facilities. We ensure that the classrooms have this modern white boards. Unlike before, what they did initially was to paint the walls black. Competent core members that teach them in all the subjects.
Here you are today, you are in NYSC schools. Here we have nursery, primary and secondary school as well. I'm the HM of this school, headmaster to be precise. I studied primary education study. I'm a qualified educationalist. Here we have 14 qualified core members. They are all educationalists. And we have grown to have our secondary school. We have GS1 to GS3. We are also planning to improve our school to SS level. And we are going to take part in an upcoming Beche exam, which is the junior WAEC exam. We've registered our students to partake in the exam. They are really great students, to be sincere. They are lovable, admirable, and again, they are ready to learn. When I got here, I find it's a place that I must have. So I find it easy for me to adapt since I'm educationalist. And anywhere you are in life, you just have to find a way to adapt. You will not be told where you are going to until you reach there. Now I'm here today. I'm very okay here, honestly. I'm very okay.
The students have been trying their best to learn what they are being taught, but we know that by God's grace, we will do more to train them more and know what they are doing.
I was posted to this NYSC school in Afon. The school established by the NYSC management for the benefit of the Afon community people. They welcome us with their heart. So the school is very, very good, and the students too are very, very good. Alhamdulillah.
I like my school because they are teaching us very well, and I want to be like them in future.
The NYSC Nursery Primary School and Secondary School is a good school. They have a lot of teachers. They teach us well. Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
What an admirable display of excellence. It is unbelievable the drive and commitment core members demonstrate in their places of primary assignment. We move on to our next story on Orisakwe Chika Joy, a native of Abia State and a graduate of Federal College of Education, Kerishi. She served in Jos, Plateau State in 2018 as a teacher in ITF Staff School. During her service year, her passion for entrepreneurship led her to construct a fishery in the school. She got the buy-in of the school's administration and was able to train students in the business of fishery. Today, fishery is one of the trade courses in the school's curriculum, which enables the students to learn a viable skill, and the fishery a viable revenue-generating venture for the school. Let us meet Orisakwe Chika.
My name is Orisakwe Chika Joy, also known as Lolo. I'm from Abia State, and it was service that brought me here, NYSC, and I came here 2018. But see, my place of primary assignment is in ITF Staff School. Coming here during the NYSC stuff, even in camp, I was in Red Cross. I participated in Red Cross. Like, I had a lot of friends, even from camp. And then when they were like, okay, posting time, it's time for us to go to our place of primary assignment, I saw ITF. I was like, oh, we thank God for everything, and I joined the CDS drug-free and quality control, and there I was the vice president. Because people call me la, they show okay leadership. I have that leadership quality. That I'm always the quiet type, but when people look at me, they say, okay, she must be a leader. Come out and lead us. So I'm always like that. Even when I was in camp, I was a platoon leader. I was the one leading my platoon. When I was in CDS and drug-free, I was the vice president. So I really enjoyed my service. And then coming here in ITF, I was the CLO here, and also the CLO, the head of corpus in the lodge. I was the one heading them, and I had a very wonderful experience teaching the students, everybody copper lolo. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed my service. When I was in ITF, what really inspired me was one, the love I got from the teachers, from the students, and I was like, okay, what can I do to give back to these students? Because even if I say, let me buy things and give them, it's not something that is long lasting. I needed something that at least when you impact in the student, they will not forget you. So that was what made me to go into fishery. I saw it and I noticed that the school was thinking about how they will bring that as a course and to promote entrepreneurship. That was why I did this project. So, and again, I wanted the students to have that zeal of self-reliance and to promote the dignity of labor and productivity in Nigeria. That will also help to reduce the issue of unemployment in the country. What I think is to catch these people young. When you catch them young, they will also help to train the training. When I say train the training, it means when you train these people too will train other people on the same thing. And that is how we reduce the rate of unemployment, crime, and everything.
Sometime 2 years now, 2019, she came in as a core member into the school. And ever since she arrived, her passion for the work, the zeal she has for the work was noticed. She was attached to an agric teacher, Malam Sani Ibrahim, and he approached us and said a core member under his department has this passion to train children on entrepreneur. And we supported it. In fact, the then principal supported it, Mrs. Nancy Ekon, supported it, and it materializes because we saw the passion in her, and the school, of course, wouldn't have neglected that passion or her zeal towards the work, knowing fully well that it will be a great benefit to the school if such project is backed by the school. And we did the needful by supporting her. And the project actually started, and we saw from the scratch, we're monitoring it, and until, in fact, it become a full-blown project that we all saw the project. And the project has to do with fishery, which we, of course, in ITF Star School have been looking forward to have. And we saw that she came in and gave back to this project, and today the project is still on by the grace of God.
There is a lot of economic benefit from this because the school also generates revenue from the fish pond. When we raise it, we also sell it to our staff. Part of our welfare package to staff. Last year, around March, we harvested the first set of fishes from here. So 1 kilo in the market, I carry out a market survey, is 1,000 naira. But we subsidize and sell it to our staff at the rate of 600 naira. All the staff were happy because of that. And the school also generated little resources out of it. I also taught students practical aspect. Right now in school, we have a fishery as a course. Because previously fishery is under agric. So because of this fish pond, I now say, okay, now the world is changing now. We need to learn skills more than the theoretical aspect. So why can't we teach fishery as a course in the school? So that part of the trade subject, we have about 36 trade subjects in secondary school. So part of it, I take the responsibility of teaching the student fishery.
Orisakwe thoroughly enjoyed her service year. She feels fulfilled to see that her students have an empowering skill for self-reliance.
When I was in person, I was like, can you just take me, go back? I enjoyed it, teaching the students and having that love, that zeal to train them. I really, really enjoyed my service. And I'm grateful to NYSC for creating that platform for me to give back to the nation.
During her stay in the school, she has been passionate about her teaching. Personally, I would say she took personal extra time to teach students who would not comprehend better in class. And the project has been an amazing one. We've used it a couple of times for practical teachings, and then it aids us to see for ourselves instead of books. And personally, I've used it to brag outside that yes, we have something tangible in the school environment we use for learning.
Yes, during the club and societies, so we bring students there and then teach them about the fish. So we added interest also the students, and then everybody was coming for the clubs, which was unlike before. And then shortly after, she was nominated for that prize. So I feel she was up to the task from day one, and she followed it through.
The advice I want to give to the prospective club members is, you just don't, no matter where you're taken to, you just don't come to a place and just try and impact something, make an impact in a place, and also try to just be yourself and have determination, because another thing that made me to do it is my determination, my courage. I didn't just do it on my own. And you try to make that impact, and you go a long way. Nigeria songs, Nigeria we serve.
The National Youth Service Corps continuously encourage corps members to be innovative, self-reliant, and strive for excellence in anything they choose to do. Are you a serving or prospective corps member? Utilize your service year, find your drive, and never lose your human milk of kindness as you serve humanity. We would be right back. On the news today, Nasarawa State inaugurates 16-hectare farmland for NYSC. Nasarawa State government has promised more support for the NYSC scheme in its quest to support the federal government's agenda on the diversification of the economy and also improving agricultural practice, food production, and self-sufficiency. The Deputy Governor, Dr. Emmanuel Akabe, stated this during the inauguration of 16 hectares of farmland donated by the Andoma of Doma Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Alhaji Dr. Amadu Aliyu Oga Onawo, to the National Youth Service Corps, and the inauguration of the 2021 farming season for corps members in Doma. He commended the Andoma for supporting the vision of the NYSC Director General, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, by releasing the land to encourage agricultural practices that would lead to bumper harvest of different agricultural products. Victim Support Fund donates 60,000 COVID-19 test kit to NYSC. The Victim Support Fund donated a total of 60,000 test kits to the National Youth Service Corps in response to combating the spread of COVID-19 pandemic in the country. While making the donation during the Presidential Steering Committee press conference on COVID-19, the chairperson, Victim Support Fund COVID-19 Task Force, Mrs. Toyosi Akerele Ogunsiji, said the donation was the single largest donation of rapid test kits to the NYSC, which would be used during its forthcoming orientation course. Welcome back. And this is where we draw the curtain on today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. Thank you for investing your time with us. Remember, you could always write to us on the online handles displayed on your screens right now. We always love to hear from you, and I assure you we would write back. Remember, the safety of core members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. Until I see you next time, I am Nkem Okwogu. Stay safe.